welcome back to the Citizen channel. We're all staying safe and well. As we get back to league action, let's get 3 points on the board, shall we? We're going to have a look at the arrival of Brighton and Hove Albion to the Etihad on the 22nd of October 2022. Match day 11. Yes, we've got 4 more games before the World Cup break. 3 at home, 1 away. Anything less than 12 points, I think, guys, will be very, very disappointing. We have to at least keep up there within striking distance of the old Arsenal at the top to assume, looking at their next few games, they should probably get through without a defeat for them as well. So we're going to have a look at this Brighton game. So please, if you are new to this channel, you enjoy what I try and do. I try and inform and entertain if I can. Please, if you do enjoy it, all City, past, present, forever, of course. Great to have your views. Great to have you on board. Leave us your comments, anything to do with City. And please, if you do get a chance, push, I say, once you press that subscribe button, if you've not subscribed already, just give us a comment or just give us a thumbs up. You've no time to comment. It just makes an old City fan very, very happy. It's nice to get thumbs up, as you know yourself, if you're on Twitter or YouTube. It's just nice to get likes and stuff. And I know it's a bit sad, really, isn't it? But, you know, it's just nice. It is nice. It just is. So do that for me. That'd be great. Right, yes, on TV. No, it's not. It's a 3 p.m. kickoff, so it's not going to be on TV. We've had a few of those so far in the home games, haven't we, this season? Let's have a look at the odds, please. I don't condone gambling when the fun stops. Stop. Yeah, we were 1-5 on before that Liverpool game for the bookies to win the Premier League. We've now shot out. We've now gone to 3-10 on. So yeah, the bookies think we're shaking. We're shaking. We're you know, it's dodgy. So yeah, we've certainly not firmed up. That's for sure. Brighton, interesting one. Yeah, I mean they've actually been dropping. I mean we were in the top 4 for a little while, but sadly, obviously they lost Mr. Potter, didn't they? And so now, if you fancy a top 6 finish for Brighton, it's as much as 8-1. But I don't think the bookies are being overly generous there with the top 6. I say I doubt. For me, they could give 50, 100 to 1 for a top 6. You probably still wouldn't make any money. The match odds themselves, yeah, as you'd expect, City are 1-5 on, favourites to win. Brighton are as high as 14-1, and a draw is 13-2. Last time at the Etihad, it wasn't that long ago, towards the end of last season. It was match day 32 on the 20th of April 2022. We sat first, a point clear of Liverpool on 74 points, and Brighton sat right in the middle of the table, or just above the middle, because there's 20 teams. So yeah, 10th is just on the cusp, isn't it, of middle, with 40 points. We won 3-0. Our team that day was Ederson, Stones, Ake, Laporte, Cancelo, Rodri, KDB, Gundogan, Bernardo, Mahrez and Foden. So there'll be a few changes to that on Saturday. And the excerpts from the match report, just very briefly, it was 0-0 at half-time. Huffed and puffed a bit, didn't get very far. 53 minutes, it was 1-0. KDB carried the ball deep and a deflection put it in the path of Mahrez, whose shot was also deflected past the stranded Sanchez. So a little bit of luck. 65 minutes, a 2-0 Foden shot from the edge of the box also took a deflection and leaves Sanchez flat-footed for 2-0. So a bit the rub of the green on this one. Thoroughly deserved, though, because obviously, you know, we actually put the pressure on. 82 minutes, it was 3-0. Another poor Brighton clearance. Yeah, they weren't very good defensively, and KDB moves it on to Bernardo, who hits it quickly inside the post, and that recorded Pep's 250th win. We've not played them many times at home, Brighton, because we've very rarely been in the same division. We've only played 12 times in the league. We've won 10 and drawn 2, so unbeaten. So hopefully we make that win 11 now. We've scored 30 and just let 6 in. In charge, well, we've got Craig Pawson in charge. He's the 43-year-old. He's officiated 11 matches so far this season, showing 49 yellow cards, but no reds. So about 4.5 a game. He last took charge of us, and I was there and at the King Power Stadium in the Community Shield. So that's the last time he took charge of City in the defeat to Liverpool. Linos, Marc Perry and Scott Ledger. At Stockley Park, yeah, that wonderful place, Stockley Park, will be referee Lee Mason, who's obviously quit the refereeing job, but he likes to sit on his arse at Stockley Park, so it's fine. And the specialist VAR, Alongside him will be Ian Hoosin, who will be making the tea and crumpets, and probably using. I can't believe it's not butter there now because butter's so expensive, isn't it? So that's probably what they'll have on their crumpets. And Tony Harrington, yeah, I don't expect any real anger management problems between the two managers, but he's been named as the fourth official to sort of keep the managers apart and do the other duties that fourth officials do. Not a bad job, is it? So how are Brighton doing? Well, we've got a new name in charge, obviously, after Mr. Potter left. Roberto De Zerbi. There's a great name. And he still awaits his first win. Although, yeah, but at 66-1 with the bookmakers to be the next manager to leave his post, he's fairly safe. He's not in any immediate danger, I'd say. In this day and age, it wouldn't surprise me. They now sit 8th after the Wednesday evening games. The Wednesday evening, yeah, the Wednesday evening games. There's some games on Thursday as well, but they currently sit 8th with 15 points from 10 games, so we're averaging 1.5 a game. But as I say, they've not done too well recently. Despite a 3-3 draw at Anfield, they did lose the last away game 2-0 at Brentford. Although a 0-0 draw at home to Forest on Tuesday night, they probably should have won that. Forest had their keeper Henderson to thank, as sort of Brighton dominated that one without finding a way past him. Goal-wise, yeah, Trossard's their top scorer at the moment, but he scored 5, but 3 of those were a hat-trick at Anfield. So that wasn't too bad in that 3-3 draw. McAllister's on 4, Gross is on 3. In fact, since the 3 goals from Trossard at Anfield, Brighton have failed to score in the following games from a total of 54 shots. As I said, some good goalkeeping, but so these old problems that they've had for a year or two under Potter, even though they've done very, very well, seem to be continuing. They're not knocking their goals in for fun, that's for sure. And they shouldn't, in theory, pose a massive problem to City. But as ever, this match will be decided by Pep. Obviously, he's got a new manager to face, so we'll see how he goes on there. And it will be decided by what sort of mood our City boys are in, won't it? Phillips and Walker, of course, remain on our long-term injury list, so they won't be back. It'll be far too soon for Stones. He possibly could make the trip over to Dortmund in midweek next week, but I would imagine Leicester away next week is possibly his most likely game where he'll sit on the at least sit on the bench and hopefully be back. And decisions after a very frustrating Liverpool game. Yes, where I thought City just, we should have really upped the pace a little bit. I think we just were willing to play at Liverpool's pace, and it suited Liverpool more than it suited us. I think we should have gone up a little notch, but hey, it's been and gone and done. But yeah, we've now gone 2 games without scoring, haven't we? Copenhagen and Liverpool, for reasons. Obviously, some might argue, yes, we did score against Liverpool, but we didn't. It got ruled out. And some might say, yes, we're going to have 10 men against Copenhagen. So there are reasons for that, but let's face it, it's 2 games on the trot now. So do we need a little bit of a rethink up front? No, probably not. I think we're fairly safe on certain gentlemen playing up top, aren't we? So I don't think there's much too wrong with up front, and we'll go through the 11 in a minute. Was there anyone on the bench against Liverpool that should start against Brighton that didn't get a go? I'm not sure Pep will have one eye, particularly on the trip to Dortmund. As I said, we have qualified. He wants to finish top of the group, of course he does, but we've got Dortmund and then Sevilla at home to actually sort that out. So, yeah, I'm not going to worry too much that he's thinking too much about Dortmund. But as I said, we've got 4 league games, 3 at home. And we've just obviously got to play there's no doubt we've got, he's not going to keep one eye on Dortmund and rest anyone. We've got to play our strongest team on the day and rest players for the trip to Dortmund, in theory. So if we look at the bench against Liverpool, guys who were on it that have got no chance of playing are probably Ortega. I don't think he's got any chance of playing. Wilson Esbrand, Lewis, and of course Palmer. No chance of starting this one. Debatable, but again, little chance, I don't think. Mahrez and Gomez and Alvarez for me. Again, I can't see Pep squeezing them in. So the only 2 guys I think potentially could come in from the bench from the Liverpool game would be Grealish and Laporte. Yeah, I'd be happy to see Laporte back there, and I think most of us want to see Grealish against Liverpool. But let's say Pep was perhaps a little less brave than some of us would have been. He was the only difference for me for the Liverpool game. I did have Grealish in and not Gundogan, and I think Pep, we don't use the word coward. How can you say coward? But he was a little less brave, perhaps, than perhaps I am. A lot of City fans would have been and tried Grealish, but it is what it is. So only Grealish and Laporte, I think, off the bench. Grealish is easy, I think, though, against Brighton. I think it's easy. It's a straight swap for Gundogan, isn't it? I don't see any problem with that. And I think Gundogan may get a game, but perhaps if he rests Rodri. But why would he rest Rodri? He could rest him against Dortmund, vice versa. We'll see. So I just think Gundo might start on the bench. Personally, yes. I mean, personally, I wasn't enamoured. Of course, you can't say one game, but defensively, we're always going to have problems with Cancelo. He's not the greatest defender. He's not our greatest defender at the club. For me, when you're marking players in a game, you should have your best players on their best players. So for me, but with zonal marking, etc., and tactics, it doesn't always work like that, does it? He was possibly, if you took our 4 defenders against Liverpool, he's probably the least one I would have on a 1-to-1 with Salah. But he wasn't he? So it's as simple as that. But I would probably not play Cancelo in this. I'll give him a little bit of time to reflect, but that might not be good for him. So I believe as long as he plays as his left wing back winger position, which he should do against Brighton, keep him up that other end. He can't do too much harm, can he? So I can see that happening. He rarely has a good game playing on the right. So it has to be the left for me. He doesn't play well at his natural position right back. He's far more impressive playing on the left. And this obviously, although it limits Gomez's options, I think this is a great shame because I want to see more of Gomez, but I think that's going to happen. So for me, Pep may play Akanji on the right. Say Stones is still away. We still don't have a recognised right back if you ignore Cancelo. I think Stone, it sort of worked Akanji playing right back 2 or 3 games ago, didn't it? So why not start Akanji's a right back? And I think Aki, although it'll be unfair, and I think he might get a rest because I think Pep might reunite Diaz and Laporte at the centre of defence for this one. Although, as I said, I'm not averse to Aki or Gomez playing left back, as stated, and Cancelo and leave Cancelo out of it altogether. But I think Cancelo will play. I think Gomez will have to wait before getting another chance, as will the likes of Mahrez and Alvarez, although Mahrez might be getting a little bit fed up of being on the bench, but it is what it is again, isn't it, guys? And Alvarez, yeah, I don't think he's fed up yet, but he will want to see a bit more action hopefully before the World Cup. We'll have to win this in a lot less. I think they say the ball's in the pitch about 60 minutes, is it, on average in a 90-minute game? But Brighton do have the master. They do have the master of wasting time in Mr. Sanchez. He's one of the worst at wasting time, guys. He's awful. Hopefully, so it's necessary to get an early goal. It's probably imperative to get an early goal. Certainly a goal or 2 against him on Saturday, just to speed him up a little bit because he is flipping awful. So there you go. There's my little thought. So I'm left with my Pep 11, if you like. Not necessarily my 11. Certainly 2 or 3 players in this perhaps would be getting a rest. But I think Pep will start this. If we get 9 of this, I'll be quite happy when Pep picks his team. I'm going to go Ederson, Akanji, Diaz, Laporte, Cancelo, Rodri, Bernardo, KDB, and Foden, Haaland, Grealish. I think that front 6 is more or less picking itself at the moment. I don't think there's many changes to that if you're playing your best team. It's the defence that, apart from Ederson, it's the defence that's causing a few little slight differences. But there you go. Ederson, Akanji, Diaz, Laporte, Cancelo, Rodri, Bernardo, KDB, Foden, Haaland, and Grealish. Let me know your 11. I've tried to give you the reasons behind it there. And please check out my odds show on the Brighton games. A little bit of value, actually, which is nice. And I do aim to do a live player 8. I'm at the game, of course. I usually get home between about 6:30 and 7. So I'm aiming to go live with a player 18 show. If you can join me, it'd be great. I've penciled it in for 7:15. It is a long day. I'm working in the morning up at 2 o'clock. So I do hope to do it, but obviously circumstances may change. But please join me if I do go. I will let you know if I'm doing a live one or not. But there will be a player 18 show on the night anyway, either way. But I do hope to try and do one live, which I did against Liverpool, which was quite good fun. So join me for that and let me know your thoughts on this Brighton game as well at the same time. That'll be great to see you. And of course, the Talking Points show, I'm going to sit back and reflect more on the game, will be available on Sunday. Let me know, guys. Let me know what your thoughts, etc. And of course, we'll look forward to the upcoming Dortmund game after that as well. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your starting 11s. It'd be great to hear from you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until we meet again. And that's one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Bye for now.